Alright guys, welcome to Two Dads and a Comic, episode number 2. I'm your host, Dan Riley with...
And I'm Benny Morris.
And we're living on a high right now. Just got back from Deadpool.
Just got back just now from seeing the Deadpool movie.
And then watching an 8-minute video of over 100...
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs, yeah.
Deadpool Easter eggs that you probably will miss.
Holy shit, there's so many. A lot of them are just tossed in your face, but holy shit, there was a lot I didn't realize.
Yeah, a lot that you're not going to notice at first. So you're going to want to watch this video just to find out what they are. But a lot of them kind of obvious.
Yeah, like Bob.
Hydra Bob. Deadpool's buddy who's a bad guy but doesn't want to be.
But we'll get into all Deadpool stuff here in a little while towards the other half of the show. We'll try to keep away from that as much as we talk all about then. Mm-hmm. How's your week been, Ben?
It's been good. It's been really good. Got a brief Verdi story, if you want to hear it.
Awesome. Two Dads in Comic, we have to.
Yeah, well, yeah, talk about the kids. Verdi's learning the intricacies of sarcasm. Found out.
Amazing.
We went shopping the other day and found Jackson a pair of flip-flops. Keep in mind these flip-flops are $1 because they're on sale.
Of course.
So figure, we got Jack a pair of shoes. Let's see if we can find Verdi a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, couldn't find anything that fit her. And second of all, I don't know what it is about little girls' shoes, but they all look like something that a tiny drag queen would wear. And I'd rather not do that. I'd rather, get her a normal looking pair of fucking shoes. But couldn't find her anything. I told her, I'm sorry, we'll go out later and we'll try to find you some somewhere else. She's like, okay. She's sad, I can tell this. We end up getting her some cookies and stuff, and she's cool. When we get home, Ashley puts Jack's new flip-flops on him, and he's wandering around the house. Verdi notices him in his flip-flops and says, oh, look, Jack got different shoes. And she looks at me and says, Daddy, guess who didn't get different shoes? Verdi didn't get different shoes.
Oh, my God, that's amazing.
She's 4.
And it starts.
And it starts now.
Oh, my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah. That kid is, you little shit.
I'm sure about what she's for, about 10 years, you'll be tired of the sarcasm.
Hell. She comes by it honestly.
Yeah. No chilled stories for me, child.
Chold?
Chold? No chold stories
having
either.
A chold.
But no child stories for me either. Still waiting on the little
something
one.
From Dungeons and Dragons, a chold.
We actually might... We're about 2 weeks out, possibly.
Yeah, it's coming quick, man.
Yeah. So, for anybody listening, if you start to follow us, there may not be another episode in the next 2 weeks because my fiance's about to pop.
Yeah, he may be helping her have a baby.
I may just record a baby crying for 2 hours and post it.
Or I'll just do one myself of me just singing Disney songs.
Just you and Verdi.
Me and Verdi singing classic Disney songs.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Worth a listen.
I'd listen to it. I do listen to it.
I mean, you have to. You kind of have no choice. I mean, you would anyways. Yeah. I mean, we sat there talking about how awesome the Angry Birds trailer looked.
The Angry Birds trailer did look good.
It did. I
mean, it's got some funny people in it. Jason Sudeikis. It's got Bill Hader in it. Danny McBride. Mm-hmm. I don't think it'll be awful. I mean, I'm not going to try to go to the theater to see it or anything, but I'll try to catch it at some point.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll get into the news. And real quickly, I actually need to correct something I was saying in episode 1.
Uh-oh.
I kept talking about Zack Snyder.
Who's that?
Who's that guy? And I kept calling him Scott. Because they have 2 Snyders working on Batman things right now. Mm-hmm. And I always mix their names up. Mm-hmm. So apologies to that. All right, well, going into this week's news, and some of it is just hey, little tidbits. Mm-hmm. First one I've seen, I didn't tell you about this one. Someone found out, among all the other hundreds of thousand things out there, Dark Side of the Moon syncs up perfectly with Force Awakens.
Shut up.
I mean, I haven't tested it.
No, it doesn't. You made that up.
That was a legit story.
Goddamn lie.
On comicbook.com.
No
it's that dark
horseshit.
side of the moon.
What fucking
But it
hippie
seems
bullshit is this?
But it syncs up with everything apparently.
I quit.
Done with this. Not again, Dark Side of the Moon. But there are so many things you hear about it syncing up with, and apparently now Force Awakens is on that list.
Oh, okay.
I know
whatever you say.
I know what we're doing when the Blu-ray comes out.
Yeah, we're gonna try it.
We're gonna try.
I didn't say we weren't gonna try it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
just
that's
don't
obvious.
believe it.
And as random as this is, there's a lot of random stories this week that
Is your house falling down?
it is, or my fiance's home.
Oh.
Is she gonna stick her head in?
Should we hide?
Should we hide? There's no hiding.
No. There is no escape.
She's pregnant. There's no getting away from
She's a
that.
monster. She can't be reasoned with.
She'll probably stick her head in here in a second to call us fucking nerds. But we have a lot of really random stories. Like, apparently, Thor and Black Widow are named the most dateable characters.
You talking cinematic universe? Is that what we're like? Chris Hemsworth
I'm assuming.
and Scarlett Johansson. Okay,
I'm not even assuming
okay.
the actress, just the character.
just the character.
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting into some really nerdy territory here.
I mean, they're not wrong.
No, they're not wrong, but wow.
But also, this was before, I believe this story was before Deadpool came out, so they didn't mention Deadpool's girlfriend.
Oh yeah, who apparently has powers we don't know about yet?
Yeah.
The fuck?
God.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and I don't know much of the Marvel Universe, so I didn't know. And, I mean, I think as of watching the movie, Deadpool is my favorite Marvel character. Like, he was getting up there. I've been reading the comics and stuff. But I'm almost certain that I don't really have, like, a number one favorite. Like, I like Captain America and Iron Man a lot, mainly because of the new movies. And, but my God, Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool is pretty great. He's always been one of my favorites.
She gonna stick her head in? No. But alright, we watched the video of B.D. Wong cast for Hugo Strange.
As Hugo Strange.
In Gotham.
See, now, I find that's compelling.
Yeah, I understand your point when we were talking about the other day is he's not big like Hugo Strange.
Yeah.
But it's prior to Batman, and he had a big thing with Batman.
Yeah.
So, which I mean,
So
even,
he started out as a little dude and became a big dude after Batman. He grew 3 feet and
He might have.
bulked up, started eating his eggs, drinking milk.
I mean, he didn't drink any milk until
I'm
Batman
tired of
came
being a
along.
tiny Asian.
Tiny Asian guy.
This Batman guy is pissing me
Yeah, 'cause
off.
Hugo's pretty humongous.
Yeah, he's massive.
Which, I mean, I like the look of the Hugo Strange in the show. Like, the face and the beard and the glasses
And the tiny
looked all
little brown
perfect.
glasses. Yeah, that works.
But he is smaller.
Yeah, he's a little dude. And
Which others would say, well, Gordon doesn't have a mustache.
he can grow a mustache.
Listen,
You can't just
You're
grow
getting
3
semantics
feet.
now. Nobody just
No,
grows that mustache.
No, it's semantics. No one just grows that mustache. That mustache is given to
That
you.
is earned.
Mustache is earned.
And along with Gotham news, they announced that they're doing Azrael
As a
character. I don't know
Oh,
if he's going to be good, bad, what, because I know he's kind of dabbled.
dabbles.
But I've seen the pictures of him. And
on
he
Gotham,
actually
he's going to be a
looks-
character on Gotham.
Yeah, and they said they're going to
go.
be really true to his character. My thing is, though, is there multiple Azraels, or there has to be?
I thought that was the whole thing about Azrael. I don't know as much about the Batman universe as you do.
Yeah, and Azrael's one I'm a little bit kind of, not shady on, because that sounds weird, but I don't know as much on. And I know he, like, is part of, like, some cult, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term.
Some type of league.
Yeah.
Shadowy league.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know if it's like multiple people go by the name Azrael, and it just switches throughout. It's just like the mantle passed down. Because, I mean, in part of...
Much like James Bond. is traded off between Sean Connery and George Lazenby.
Yeah. And a lot of people want Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, that guy. I can never pronounce his name.
Heimdall from Thor.
That guy.
Heimdall. You got to drink a lot of milk.
You do.
Heimdall.
But I don't know. Like I saw the picture, and I was trying to look it up on my phone here because they had it on the website, but I can't apparently find it now. And it looked good, like
the way he looked, and is it
actual? He actually had the costume,
or like concept art, or like a dude in a suit.
No, it was like actual dude in a suit, and it looked really well.
I like Azrael.
Yeah, it's a really interesting character, like I said, because he's kind of played.
And didn't he take a turn as Batman?
He did, I believe.
After Bane
broke his back,
busted him up real bad, and Azrael's like, "I'll do it."
Yeah, Azrael took place, and actually in the Dark Knight not Rises, but Dark Knight or Arkham Knight game, you actually play as Azrael for a little bit, like as you're flying through the city and trying to fight Scarecrow and Joker in your head. You see Azrael on the rooftops with the bat symbol on fire, and he's like, "Listen, prophecy says that you're gonna die, and you need someone to take over. I'm that guy." And Batman's like, "Okay, well, I tell you what, I'm gonna put you through some tests to see if you'd be okay to take my place." And pretty much when you find him, you play a couple rounds of horde mode as him.
Okay. Now, is this what you've been looking at?
See, I found this picture too, and I think that's more of the taken off of the game.
And what is this? What's with the cross? Is he a Templar? What's that all about?
Well, it's
Order of Saint Dumas.
Their
Saint Dumas. Whatever.
Organization is a religious one, and it kind of is supposed to go back to the cross and Jesus stuff.
What's it called? The Catholic thing. Ordo, something.
I couldn't tell you, and I grew up Catholic.
Ordo Templis, something.
I think I might have found that picture, but my internet's horrible, and it doesn't like to load. Thank you, internet. Here we go. It's it's not super comic accurate, but on the left-hand side there.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Here. Ordo Templi Orientis. That's that thing.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
But we'll see that, and this half of season 2.
Oh no, it's that was Aleister Crowley. I'm sorry, that was an offshoot of Satanism. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So Catholicism.
Yeah, exactly. Boom. Roasted.
Boom. Religious roast.
But yeah, they say because Mr. Freeze is in the second half of season 2 of Gotham, which I have no idea when it's coming back. It's the longest break ever. Which they said it's going to open up to much more of the typical supervillain fashion. So I think we're going to start seeing a lot of crazies and masks, which I'm okay with.
And weird weapons and such.
Yeah, you see, you watch a trailer where it has the guy firing the bullet, but you see it frozen and the ice attached to him, and typical Mr. Freeze stuff. And of course, they're going to go with the story of Mr. Freeze's wife, which it would be a mistake if they didn't. That character was pretty irrelevant until animated series did that origin. So that's what's happening in Gotham.
Cool.
On to weird Transformers notes.
Notes.
Yes. Really weird, kind of don't know how I feel about it. We'll go with this one first. Bumblebee is getting a spin-off movie. I guess a solo movie of the Transformers series, which Bumblebee? I was like, well, can it be a spin-off? Because he was a main character.
Bumblebee's getting his own movie?
I'm confused because he still wasn't able to talk right.
Is it like Bumblebee's Big Adventure? Like Pee-wee?
Which we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, I read that and I was like, it's so hard because I like the first two Transformers. The third one was like I could watch it. Now the fourth one was the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen.
I saw the first one in its entirety in theater. Saw bits and pieces of the second one and have seen no others.
Yeah, like the second one for me was decent to okay. Like I kind of enjoyed it. Granted, there's a lot of really bad superhero movies I do enjoy. Like I enjoy Green Lantern. I see where it's wrong, but I enjoy it.
It's awful.
Yeah,
but
Daredevil.
I'll sit and watch it.
Daredevil's a little rougher because I went back and seen it like a couple weeks ago, and I realized how bad it is.
Daredevil is like, impossible to watch.
The fight scene between him and his ex-wife, as of late. What was her name?
Elektra? Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, Jennifer Garner. But yeah, their fight in the park, I was like, wow, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's unwatchable.
Yeah, it was really bad. But 3 was... I can get through 3. It really took a turn because, like, Shia LaBeouf's character, he's really whiny. He's like, I saved the world. You owe me stuff. I'm going to whine.
Shut up.
That was the whole movie for him.
Shut up. You have a pet robot that turns into a car.
Any car you want. It usually stays in Camaro form, but it can do whatever you want. But 4?
Goddamn.
4 made 3 good. Like, 4 was such an atrocious train wreck.
Damn.
There's at one point, and I hate that Mark Wahlberg's in it because I love Mark Wahlberg. And I want to support him in any movie he does. I can't support this.
What was Mark Wahlberg in that movie? What is he in that movie?
He was Shia LaBeouf, whatever. Not like literally his character, but like the position of he's the main human character.
Yeah. That's the problem I have with the Transformers movies is that there's too many goddamn humans in it and not enough giant robots beating the tar out of one another.
And the thing is, like, 4, with some of the stuff they put in, like, they brought Dinobots in.
See, I'm down with that.
Yeah, like, they brought those fuckers in, and...
But Bumblebee?
It was cool, but like, okay, my 2 big issues is one point during the initial chase where the government, who's working for the Decepticons, they're trying to find Optimus Prime, and they got a lead on him, and he's in a barn, and it's Mark Wahlberg's barn, and he's like an engineer, and they wind up getting in a big chase. Mark Wahlberg, his, actually, speaking of Deadpool, T.J. Miller was in it. He played Ben Affleck's buddy. Ben Affleck's daughter, and then her boyfriend that he just finds out about, who's like a rally car racer or some shit. My issue is, in this chase, they get 100% T-boned. They get the fuck T-boned out of them. And they just drive the car along fine, and there's no cosmetic damage. So that's one issue of mine.
Okay.
My second issue is with the Dinobots. Like, they start talking about them, how they're these dangerous creatures that they have locked away because they'll do nothing but kill and all this stuff. And then fucking Optimus Prime talks to him. He's like, we need your help, and help us with this and all this stuff. So they get the Dinobots and they're riding them like animals and shit. And like at the end of the fight, they just let them go. They're like, all right, Dinobots, we'll see ya.
Peace.
We know we had you locked up because you're just known for death and destruction, but we're going to let you free.
Try not to kill too many children.
Yeah, like...
Now be free.
It was a god-awful movie.
Go murder bots.
It felt like it lasted 6 hours. Like, at one point, I was like, why is this movie still going?
Oh, that's so sad.
How much time do I have left?
That's so
and
sad.
It was way too
All I can think about with the Transformer movies is wasted opportunity. That's all that ever comes to mind. Wasted resource and opportunity.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But Bumblebee in his own movie. I don't know. I'll have to see more about that.
And also announcement on Transformers is Transformers 5, 6, and 7 will have annual releases.
Annual?
Annual.
Jesus.
That sounds like a complete fucking mistake.
That sounds just awful.
Like, I don't know if maybe they're looking at, like, okay, well, look at Marvel and look at DC. They're doing multiple movies within a year. But the thing is they're starting with good movies.
They're starting out on top.
And and maybe they'll do like, okay, well, it's not going to be all like Transformers. Like one's Bumblebee's story and one's someone else's stories. I'm not versed in Transformers.
I don't think we could stand that.
Still, like, yearly.
The story of the one that turns into a fucking microscope.
He helped fight the common cold. Like, I don't know if they're going.
Perceptor, by the way, is his name.
Really?
Perceptor.
That's horrible. Everything about that's bad.
Bob has Perceptor.
Of course Bob has Perceptor.
Bob has lots.
Bob has
of
all of them, from my understanding. It was talking about one that, like, they called the baby killer. Yeah, because apparently this thing's, like, super heavy, sharp corners, everything, and, like, I don't know if it actually has killed a baby, but they literally call it a baby killer.
Was it the Fortress one that turns into, like, the subway track or whatever? Fortress Maximus?
I have no idea.
I bet that's it.
I'm sure V will listen to this, and then she'll tell me, and I'll be like,
sure.
Oh, hey, I'll remember to tell you.
And then we'll come back and tell you guys on the next podcast.
Hey, V, you hear this? Tell me what the baby killer is.
The baby-killing Transformer. It's taking a turn.
What has happened here? Oh, my God. All right, so I want to save that for a minute. God, so much Deadpool stuff here. I don't want to talk about it yet. New Pee Wee Herman trailer. We watched that.
Yeah.
And, oh, my God, straight to Netflix. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. I'll watch it over and over and over and over.
And Grant will have to watch it at the store.
Mm-hmm. But still. And he looks exactly the same.
He did not fucking age.
As he always has.
Well, I mean,
I love it.
Maybe you just gotta masturbate in the theater.
I guess so.
And get in trouble for it, and then you're ageless.
Is that the fountain of youth? Porn theaters. Live forever.
Do they still have any porn theaters around? Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I didn't frequent them in the first place.
I mean,
I didn't know they were a thing until Pee Wee Herman.
Don't lie to me.
I'm lying.
I'm lying. I mean,
we had one in Chattanooga. It's called the Cinema One.
Really?
Yeah, it was like an old Kmart. And they put up
That's where I want to listen to porn.
Like a 6-foot wooden picket fence around it so you couldn't see inside it. It was creepy as shit.
Now my question, and maybe it's a question I don't want answered.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you go to a cinema to watch porn? For the typical reason of why someone would watch porn, why would you go to a cinema?
I didn't know. Get out of the weather? I don't know. I'd imagine it's mostly just hobos and,
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
It was like $3 what was the price? Because they had the price on the sign. I want to say it was like $5.
Ow.
And you can watch like 18 hours of porn if you feel like it.
Holy shit.
Because it's just like on a loop.
I'm lucky if I need 8 minutes. Let alone in 18 hours.
That was a waste of $5.
What'd you do today? I spent 18 hours watching porn.
I could have
in
done
a public theater.
I could have done that at a stoplight.
Oh, you are also on the sex offenders list, I assume. Maybe that's like a secret society. Like they put you on a list. Like here's some spots to check out, and they give you a card.
Like one of those fridge magnets, like from the pizza joints. It's got like the menu on it and hours of operation.
Wow. So yeah, Pee Wee Herman's coming back.
Yeah, Pee Wee.
Here's my thing. We watched the trailer and they're like, "You've never left this town?" He has. And Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Big Adventure. Yeah.
I'm like, he has left here. So I'm assuming they're ignoring that one. I mean, I guess really with Pee Wee Herman, you don't have to say whether it's a universe or you're going to ignore it. It's Pee Wee Herman. What do you expect?
In the Pee Wee multiverse, he has left.
Oh my God, I want there to be a Pee Wee universe. Oh my God, then go back and do a special movie about the Black Cowboy.
Cowboy Curtis?
Yeah.
Played by the great Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh my God, can we please get a Cowboy Curtis movie?
Somebody get on a Cowboy Curtis movie.
Get that made.
Kickstarter.
One trailer I didn't watch, and I had no idea this was coming out. And I don't know how to feel about it. Kindergarten. Is Kindergarten
Just
Cop
stop.
too?
Stop talking.
I wrote.
I don't want to hear the next word.
Kindergarten Cop 2.
Oh, why?
It's a
Why
thing.
would there need to be another one of those?
And it's starring Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah.
So straight to DVD, I take.
Straight to DVD release. Like, I literally have heard nothing about them doing another one until they're like, trailer's out.
Because nobody cares.
I mean, if you're going to remake any of those old school, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger dumb movies, like, give me, like, a Twins 2.
Twins 2. Once again, Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito makes everything better.
Episode 2, Danny DeVito's coming back.
Danny DeVito makes everything better.
Oh, my God.
Kind of like barbecue sauce.
And about things coming back, we watched the clip for the new Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. I love Powerpuff
I
Girls.
love the fact that they're essentially keeping the same art style, the same fighting style. Voices are changing, obviously. But I'm willing to bet that, what's her face? Tara Strong. I'm willing to bet she'll come back and do Bubbles.
Sure.
I mean, she's super active in voice work anyways. She does, well, I don't know if they're still doing Fairly Odd Parents, but she was doing Timmy. But she's in My Little Pony. Mm-hmm. She's in...
She'll do it. That's what she does.
I think she is still Raven in Teen Titans Go.
Mm-hmm. I guess. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean... What the hell is happening?
I don't know. What's that sound?
I bet she's watching X-Files.
Oh.
Yeah. That's probably because she hasn't caught up on last week's episode, and they did the new one the other day.
Oh, last week's episode was fun. This week's the most recent episode.
Good.
Yeah.
You know the trailer and the you know who's coming back? The Smoking Man.
Yeah, that's for the season finale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks fucking crazy.
That's gonna be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Also, God, there's a lot of remake news coming out. We'll enjoy this because we're pretty pumped on it. New Ghostbusters remake.
Yeah.
Will feature the original theme song.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
I figured you'd be more amped about that.
I am amped about it. I just didn't. I thought they might try to.
You didn't expect it?
Jazz, try to.
I mean, they might.
I don't know.
I mean, they'll probably go with at least the same kind of melody.
Like cover it or something.
But how amazing it'd be to sit in the theater and just have the old school. I actually recorded the original Ghostbusters the other day.
Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters theme. That's pretty awesome.
And they're doing a Ghostbusters verse. They're doing a universe of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I know. They're going to have a new male movie along with this female movie.
Which, is universes getting too much nowadays? Everything's a universe now.
Yeah.
It's like Marvel hit it big.
Well, it's both good and bad because, there's universes everywhere. But with a universe, you can go anywhere in said universe and tell any story you want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like with Disney owning Star Wars, and they're deciding to do lots of different stuff with the Star Wars universe. I think that's great.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
Like doing like a standalone Han and Chewie movie. What a fantastic fucking idea.
Yes, I think they're still casting for young Han.
Yeah, that's great. And do the same thing with like a Ghostbusters universe, have like young Ghostbusters and,
Sort of like we had, what was it? Young Scooby-Doo, what was that show back in the day?
Oh, Pup Named Scooby-Doo?
Pup Named
Scooby-Doo.
That was fucking amazing cartoon.
Love that cartoon.
Oh my god, everything about that was fantastic. And we are getting a new Spawn movie, but it's not going to be a superhero movie or an action movie. It's going to be a horror movie.
But it's still going to have like superhero kind of tropes, or is it just monsters? And because I'll take either one.
Yeah, being that it's Spawn, I feel like we have to have a little bit of a superhero vibe. Because that just seemed... I mean, I'd still watch it.
Sure.
But
it's Spawn.
You're going off of a mainly superhero property. And it can very well work as a horror movie. I just think they have to throw some kind of...
Well, he fights the denizens of hell.
Yes,
so
amazing. I actually just recorded the Spawn movie the other day.
The old Spawn movie? John Leguizamo.
The good Spawn movie?
The Vindicator. I don't know, the Spawn series that was on HBO, the animated one?
The animated.
That thing was fucking crazy.
That was pretty fucking awesome.
Nuts.
Yeah, I was watching it, and I remember one of my favorite parts is when he's climbing up the building, the cops are shooting at him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is before he gets the cape or creates it, whatever. And he creates it at that point in time, and I was like, holy shit, like that was fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. Spawn was a really cool character. I read a lot of Spawn when it came out.
Yeah, the only Spawn I have is where is it at over here?
No, the Spawn Batman.
Spawn Batman.
Pretty
Frank Miller
good.
and Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
Yes to this. This was at Dollar Tree for $1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When something like that is $1, you buy that. You buy that thing.
I actually sent Josh work, and I opened that day, and Josh came by and told me about it, and I gave him my debit card, so go get me a copy.
Go now.
But yeah, so I don't know how far they're along with the movie, but I mean we're gonna have it at some point, probably in the next like 2-3 years. And then in the same wave of horror movies, Death House has announced their new project, which is, I don't know how to explain it. It's the Expendables of horror movies, but instead of like bringing certain actors together, they're bringing, from my understanding, certain monsters together.
Yeah.
Like they announced Freddy with what's his name? England. The actor.
Robert Englund.
Robert Englund. He's gonna
play Freddy?
He's gonna play Freddy,
Wow.
from my understanding. I haven't seen who else they're gonna bring into it, but that would be amazing.
Freddy, they're gonna have Jason come back, and they're gonna like have their own little
Another fight.
duke it out.
I like that movie.
I did too.
I thought it was amazing. I have the little hero clicks.
Yeah, it's fun. That was a super fun movie.
I don't read except for comics.
I don't read books.
If books don't have pictures, I'm done.
Books.
But there was a 4-hour-long documentary on Netflix. It was all on the Freddy movies.
I think I saw that. It's called like American. What was it? Red, White, and Horror,
Not that
or something
one.
like that.
That one is a documentary on overall horror movies. And
Okay,
their
I
stars
saw
and
that,
all.
and it was great.
Yeah, but there was a specific one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was just on the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
I'm gonna have to seek that out.
There was so many different ideas for Freddy vs. Jason, like, because Freddy vs. Jason, and they thought about at one point, like, what if they both lose and go to hell, and then Pinhead's there?
What if it's a musical?
I don't know if they touched on
What
that,
if-
but that'd have been interesting.
What if they get married? I mean, there's so many
What
ways
if
you
they
could go here.
adopt an Indonesian
Yeah,
child?
they adopt a baby.
That'd be interesting. Who's the dad in that relationship? It's Jason.
Jason.
Jason's the dad.
Of course.
Freddy's the mom.
Freddy's bitch.
Freddy's a bitch. But well, anyways, they talked about that, and they also talked about having Ash pop up and fight them.
I would love to see an Ash versus Freddy versus Jason movie. They've been talking about that for fucking years.
There's
though.
like 8 to 10 scripts written up for Freddy vs. Jason.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. I'm trying to see if I have any other non-Deadpool.
I'm betting on Ash to come out on top on that one.
You think?
He'd have to. Yeah, he'd have to.
Well, I mean, technically, they never die, so Ash would kind of have to win, because he's like the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have to
Well, that's
come
what
out
I'm
on
saying.
top.
He'd have to.
They cut off his other hand, and they're like, we'll just put another chainsaw on it.
2 Chainsaw Ash. I'd be so down with that.
All right, and I think one of the last Deadpool-related news stories is Homer Simpson is to appear live on TV for the first time.
What?
And it's going to be a 3-minute thing where he's going to answer, like, questions from the fans. And it's going to be a lot of, like, ad-lib. And that whole episode is supposed to be about, like, ad-lib comedy and shit.
Wait a minute. He appears live.
Yeah.
They're doing the hologram thing.
See, I don't know if they're going to do it. Like, it's going to be, like, CG.
Yeah,
But
that's
what
what I'm
they're-
saying. Like,
yeah.
like the gorillas.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're going to have the voice actor wear the mocap suit and do all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's happening, I think, in the next couple months.
Huh.
I do believe.
Weird.
Which is crazy to think, like. And I'm assuming that that's going to be their couch gag for that episode.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, it's almost been 20 years that it's been out. What, it came out in 1990, right? Simpsons?
Simpsons, yeah. It's... Wow.
So we're on 16, 17 years.
Close to 20, maybe more.
Yeah, that's fucking. Think of which, granted, the couch gag hasn't been in place since episode 1, but it's been pretty far along the ride, and they're all so amazing.
Especially some of the more recent ones.
Oh yeah,
especially now that Bob Odenkirk has kind of got his hands on it. It's getting just funnier and funnier. I've just recently got back into Simpsons.
I thought about starting recording it. I got so many things recording it. Morgan gets mad because she can't watch TV except so many things recording at night. But I'm going to keep an ear out on when that's going to go down, and I'm going to record that because that's going to be absolutely amazing. Let's see. All right, so kind of transitioning to the Deadpool part a little bit. Deadpool producer Simon Kinberg says X-Force could be R-rated. And also, apparently, Wolverine 3 is also aiming for an R-rated. Here's my concern. Deadpool did amazing at an R-rated level. I'm afraid Marvel, well, that's not really Marvel, still Fox. Let's go with Fox, because Marvel's fine. Fox, in all their wisdom, gets a movie, which the last 2 X-Men have been really good. A lot of hopes for the new one. But I don't know if anything for them, as far as the Marvel Universe, has hit as hard as Deadpool. I'm afraid they're like, hey, here's the difference. It was R-rated, and it was a huge hit. Let's do it with everything.
Yeah, it's not going to work for everything.
No, it's not. And that I'm afraid they're going to try to jam everything into our R rating.
Well, I would hope not.
Yeah, I mean, it's Fox.
Well, and it doesn't need. Not everything needs to be R-rated. No. You know what I'm saying? I mean, X-Force, sure, I can see that being R-rated, especially if it's going to be the Deadpool years.
Yeah.
You know, that makes sense.
Which Ryan Reynolds has came out and said he would love to, like, his goal is to do X-Force with it. He came out and said he has plans for do Deadpool for a long time. Like, he doesn't want to do anything else but Deadpool now, which I can't blame him.
Good, yeah. I hope he does. I hope he does it forever.
My problem with the Wolverine R-rated is he has a pretty set story right now. He has, including the X-Men movie, he has X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men 3, X-Men Origin, or Wolverine Origins. I think there's just a regular Wolverine. And then he has Days of Future Past, which was an X-Men movie, but it was still primarily around him. So you have this whole group of people who watch all those. And it's probably a lot of kids. Because we talked about on the way here, some of those movies, not that great.
Right.
You know, I can see like kids liking it more. If you take his final movie, because Hugh Jackman said he's only doing one more, he's done. If you take his final movie and make it R-rated, I think you're cutting out some of the audience.
Yeah, you're cutting out quite a bit of the audience. And I think it's kind of a cop-out.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to be creative. We just have to be filthy.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, like, Wolverine's a character you can very well do as an R-rated. But if you already have it established, then, you know, like, if they reboot Wolverine later on, which they most likely will after Hugh Jackman's gone, sure, shoot for an R-rated then.
I want to see him in the costume, damn it.
That'd be amazing.
That's all I want.
I don't know what is up with, I guess, Bryan Singer, who's been doing
I don't get his deal either with having drab, boring costumes on the X-Men.
With the leather fetishes.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like,
put them in their colorful fucking costumes.
And they did in Deadpool.
Yeah.
What's her face?
Mega super Hydra Bomb or
teenager girl.
Angry teenage girl.
She had a very bright yellow X-Men costume.
Yeah. And it worked
so well.
It was great. But I want to see a Cyclops in a bright fucking blue, you know, like
I want to see all of that.
Singlet with a yellow belt. What's wrong with that?
Like, we're finally getting into a era, I guess you can say, or a time where now people want to see those comic book costumes. I mean, look at the complaints on Apocalypse.
Well, and the whole reason that they did those, you know, kind of boring, drab costumes back when they were, you know, first making starting to make comic book movies is because they thought that the colorful, true to the comic costumes would throw some people off.
Yeah.
And
they're also right off the heels of like The Matrix.
Yeah.
Which was all about like long leather jackets and which bred a whole group of
look how
kids
gritty and dark I am.
Gritty and dark who wear long coats to school, and everybody's like, all right, they're gonna shoot people.
But the real fans want to see real fucking costumes.
Yeah, and for whatever reason,
use your movie.
I don't want to say Fox because Fox finally did a movie where they gave them the costumes, and in a little bit of defense, Olivia Munn in the new movie, the new X-Men movie, her costume looks directly out of the comic book.
Who is she playing?
Yeah, it's driving me nuts. Psycho something? Cybot something or other.
Psylocke?
Psylocke, yeah. She's playing Psylocke.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, she did a little video with Ryan Reynolds where she was wielding a katana. Just good. Like, she has practice.
It's awesome.
And then it was actually pretty amazing because it was her like showing off her katana skills, and then it pans over to Ryan Reynolds, and he has a balloon animal sword. Let's see. I'm gonna look up Olivia Munn as Psylocke. I'm sure they got pictures out there. I mean, she was in. Was she in this new trailer? We just watched it.
Yeah, she was in the trailer. We just watched it. She's one of the 4 horsemen. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Both pictures.
Not complaining.
Not complaining one bit. And actually, one thing I forgot before we switched into Deadpool. Have I told you about DC Comics is doing this whole DC Comics Rebirth thing?
We've spoke about it briefly.
Yeah. Well, they came out and said that it is not a reboot.
What's the difference?
Don't know. We have no idea what they're doing. Like, maybe it's just them saying, okay, we're going to kill off some of these comics, bring in some new ones. But they've officially come out and said it is not a reboot, but they didn't actually say what it is. They even came out and said it's not a reboot. We never said it was a reboot.
Ooh, so mysterious.
So, which, I mean, a lot of people complain, like, oh, well, they rebooted 52, and it's fine. I mean, New 52 has been rebooted for, 8 years? Something like that.
That's how comics work now.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they get good stories out of it, I don't care.
Yeah, reboots, they're just, that's how it happens. That's how it works. That's how you keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, you can only go on with one line for so long. But, also, I didn't have this written down, but officially issue 51 will be the last Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. I got it right. Got the right Snyder on this one.
Oh.
Is their last Batman comic.
So sad.
And apparently, and I got this news from Patrick up at Imperial Comics, they actually are working on a indie book.
Capullo
and Snyder together.
Wow.
Like, they talked about doing some big project together, but they didn't ever say what it was. I think they're still going to be working on some DC stuff. Rumor is, I don't know if both of them, but rumors Snyder is going to Detective Comics. Which is still Batman.
Yeah, it's still pretty cool.
I don't know if Capullo's following him. I love that combo, though. Like, they did
another superhero story. I mean, because it's kind of what those guys are great at.
Yeah, super great. And actually, connecting back to our Spawn conversation, Capullo did a lot of Spawn under old McFarlane. He talks about that in length on Fat Man on Batman podcast. It was a great episode. All right, now into the actual Deadpool stuff.
All right.
The news, not about the movie quite yet. We'll probably dab a little bit to it, but
news.
So, officially, Deadpool has broken the record. I believe it's officially for a 4-day weekend, an opening weekend for highest rated, not rated, but highest grossing R-rated movie and February movie.
Okay.
For the 4-day weekend, it made $152 million.
Good God.
Yeah.
Not surprising, but wow.
No, not at all. I mean, it's And it's very deserving, too. I mean, watching the movie, there's nothing we can think that's wrong.
There's nothing wrong with that movie.
No. And which now we're going to get a Deadpool franchise. And I'm so happy with it.
That's so pleasing.
I will say I have one complaint. He is not in the Avengers universe.
Well,
I would just love to see him dabble into that.
Give or take.
But as long as they do good, Fox won't give up Deadpool.
Mm-mm.
I mean, honestly. And
you're talking cinematic. Yeah, he's not in that.
Cinematic, yeah. He's not. We're not going to see him with Chris Hemsworth or Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Although that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
All the different things that can
That'd be
happen.
so great.
But, and credit to X-Men, they're doing good with those.
Mm-hmm.
Not to Fantastic Four, that hot pilot dog shit.
They shouldn't.
Why?
I
kind of want to watch the new one to see how bad it is.
See, that gets to a point where you've got too many people telling you that your ideas are good. You've got too many yes men surrounding you. And that's what happens. Is that Fantastic Four movie? Did no one watch it before they decided to release it?
And the thing is, I kind of don't want to blame all on the director because it's not like Fox has made a million fantastic superhero movies and then this one was the shit one.
Mm-mm.
It's been a staggering number of bad movies out of Fox.
I feel like they took this movie and gave it to their moms and said, "Tell us what you think." And their mom's like, "Oh yeah, it's good. No,
superhero
it's
stuff.
All right.
We get it."
No, it's garbage. Yes. And they needed people to tell them, no, this is garbage.
They even pulled...
Garbage.
Garbage. God damn it. They even pulled the Fantastic Four 2 slot off, the calendar. I guess somewhere there's, a big calendar.
Good.
And, but the way they did it, they didn't say anything. They just, took it off. Really sneaky,
They just, wiped it real quick and they walked by it.
Pretend they brushed it with their shoulder.
Oh, man, I guess there was nothing there.
No, it was
nothing to see here.
But, yeah, I'd love to see Deadpool in the Avengers cinematic. Because I don't know. I mean, good for Fox, but, God, if he can mix up with Avengers and all the individual ones, that'd be fantastic. But, I mean, even if he stays where he's at, I'm happy with him.
Yeah.
Which,
I don't know. It'll be a long time before we see anything like that.
Yeah, I mean...
Avengers are, you've got a big children fan base that you really don't want to mess with.
Oh, God, no. There's actually 3 villains cut from Deadpool.
3 villains?
3 other villains. But they were underlings. They weren't Magneto and... Magneto, I don't know much about Marvel.
And other Magneto.
And other Magneto.
And Lil Magneto.
And Dog Magneto. Apparently there were Wire, W-Y-R-E.
Okay.
Ooh. Garrison Kane. And Slug.
Sluggo? Maybe?
Yes,
Sluggo.
I'm assuming they're main, Deadpool villains?
I wouldn't say main, but they've been in a few stories. I'm familiar with them. I couldn't tell you what specific issues they're in or anything.
Yeah. So they pulled those at them, so I guess they're trying to keep away from that Spider-Man 3 dilemma of just...
That's a good idea.
Having too much of a shit show going on.
So terrible.
Let's throw everything in there.
Yeah. Let's have no focus whatsoever. Just motion on screen.
One of the biggest Spider-Man villains and give him to... we talked about this before. We talked about this on the last podcast.
Yes, we did. So moving on.
God damn it, give us a good Venom.
Our goddamn blind hatred of Spider-Man 3.
Tim Miller came out, and after seeing the movie, understandable, there is no director's cut.
I would assume that movie is the director's cut.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed at first because I was seeing what else could they have done?
I think it's all in there.
They said there's going to be very few deleted scenes, some extended. I know one thing. Hopefully they'll show on it is the conversation with him and T.J. Miller on what he looked like.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen more of that.
Yeah, apparently there is, and it was way darker.
Oh, good.
Like they said, one of the ones that cut that was one of the lightest ones in that batch was T.J. Miller told him he looked like a trucker shit on his shoulders and molded ears. So if we can get the rest of that, that'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like the testicle with teeth.
Yeah.
that is priceless.
Oh my god. We talked about it, over 100 fucking Easter eggs in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all fantastic. Some of them were a lot bigger than others. Some of them were one of those, like you said, they're kind of hard to see.
Could be more. I mean, there's probably some really obscure ones in there that no one has noticed yet.
I still think that whenever Agent Smith was talking to the one guy when Deadpool actually, that had the guy had the tattoos, I'm convinced he's someone substantial, but my knowledge of Marvel's not quite as big, so I wouldn't know. And the video didn't say anything about him, so maybe he's not. But
I'll bring you my Marvel encyclopedia.
Yeah,
that's a thing. It's a real thing.
Oh,
I'll let you look at it.
I don't have it now, but I had the DC encyclopedia. Granted, it was before 52 started, so it's
so it's all wrong.
It's
now.
wrong now. And Deadpool, and I've actually been following this for a little bit because I'm on the Facebook page where they buy and sell comics. But the New Mutants '98, which was Deadpool's first appearance, the prelim sketch is listed on sale for over $18,000.
$1,000?
18K. Which, I mean, the comic itself is...
Sorry.
The comic itself is going for quite a few $100s right now.
$18,000 for a preliminary sketch? Wow.
You gotta think, those are a little bit hard to get their hands on, so...
True, but $18,000?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. Of course, because of the new movie, it's all getting up there. Is it gonna stay up there? Is it gonna keep growing?
Will they take a check?
Will they take a check? Will they take crisp high fives?
Crisp high five.
I mean, what will you give me for that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so $18,000 for a preliminary sketch. I don't have that kind of money. Even the original artist was like, "Can anybody lend me $18,000 so I can buy my sketch back?" Oh my god. So yeah, I saw that, and
couldn't you just draw it again?
I guess. Funny thing is,
it's not like you forget how to do it.
On that episode of Comic Book Men that we were just kind of watching parts of, Stanley talks about how his wife has a temper problem when they get into fights. And he had one of those old school little typewriters that he wrote like most of his original stuff on. And she got mad one day for whatever reason they fought, and she smashed it to pieces. He goes, "You know how much I can auction off that little typewriter for now?" Mm-hmm. Think about it. A lot of stuff that we're watching on movies was made on this little typewriter.
Marvel history came out of that tiny little typewriter.
One of his buddies suggested, "Well, why don't you go to the thrift store, buy another one just like it, and just say it's that?" He said, "I would, but I tell everybody that story."
Oh, Stanley. Filthy son of a bitch.
Damn you, Stanley. Well, all right. That's it for news. And we're going to take a short break and go get a coffee, a smoke, say hello to the fiancé so she's not upset.
Yeah.
And then we will come back with a lot of spoilers.
Yes, lots and lots of spoilers.
We'll say it up front so we don't have to say it while we're explaining.
Yeah.
We are going to spoil the shit out of this movie.
Totally fucking spoil it.
So if you have not seen it, you're going to have probably a 5-10 second break to turn this off.
Yes. But I'll tell you this. If you're a Deadpool fan, it's not going to be that much of a surprise for you.
And why haven't you seen it by now?
Yeah. What the fuck are you waiting for?
Why are you listening to us before you
All right.
you see the movie?
Back in a minute.
We'll be back. All right, guys, and we are back from our break. That was kind of scary. I was thinking our recording was going to be messed up.
Gonna have to do this all over again?
Oh my God. We would just quit for the night.
Yeah, we're done. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
It's been real.
But all right, so once again, spoiler filled. Just heard about it. Don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, we're totally geeked about Deadpool, and we're about to ruin it for whoever hasn't seen it.
We're gonna ruin it so hard. So we'll start off with, I guess we'll talk about some of the trailers we saw, maybe.
Yeah, trailers, pretty cool trailers. Batman v Superman.
Yeah, we won't go too deep into it.
Of course.
That was amazing. I know you're not sold 100% on Suicide Squad, but my God, I love that trailer.
No, I am not.
And I heard the from you as soon as Harley popped up on
Harley
screen.
Quinn.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah. Widely known fact about Benny, he goddamn hates Harley Quinn. Sends me into a blind rage.
Excluding animated series.
Excluding, yes, original Harley Quinn, whom I adore. But new Harley Quinn is fucking pointless, and I hate her.
Unless she has some awesome lantern rings.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I don't feel like divulging that yet.
But all right, yeah. So there's some good trailers. We saw the X-Men trailer that looked really good. And Ivan Ooze looks better, aka Apocalypse.
Ivan Ooze.
The Batman v Superman trailer. We finally get to see Batman fight the way Batman fights.
Yeah.
The way he punches someone's head into the floor.
Finally, we get to see him as an agile fighter and not someone's angry dad stomping around smacking people.
Oh my God. And just, I don't know, the way he fights and the fact he's so old in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's great. He's just cracking heads and arms and legs and throwing people over boxes and into walls and shit. It's going to be great.
And, of course, before you watch Deadpool, you have to watch a trailer about Jesus.
Of course.
Because
you got to have balance.
Got to make yourself feel as shitty as possible.
Yeah, of course. You know Jesus died. Now here's Deadpool cutting off people's heads and having sex for a year.
Oh my God, yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of trailers, a lot of good ones. But we'll get into the topic at hand. Deadpool started off amazing. I mean, the fact that instead of putting people's names out there, they said, what was it? God's perfect.
Yeah, well, even the credits were true to Deadpool fashion. Yes. It was like, now showing some douchebag's movie starring God's perfect idiot. Mm-hmm. And an angry teenager. And a CGI guy. And that was the opening credits.
Directed by some overpaid whatever.
Some overpaid tool.
Yeah.
It's great. And in the background, you've got Juice Newton's Angel in the Morning playing.
And the fact that they were
perfect.
And it started mid-action, I guess you could say.
And right in the middle of everything. You get this.
The whole time frozen, and you're just kind of scoping around, kind of seeing bits and pieces of him holding a dude by his underwear, and a flipping car, and a dude who has a car lighter coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, just carnage at every turn.
Oh my God. And then it just, where else to start but there? That is the best start of a movie I've ever seen.
Perfect.
And then I think it goes from that directly into the taxi cab.
Yeah, we go from there to the taxi cab, showing him actually trying to go basically get his main nemesis in the film. Francis, or Ajax, as he likes to go by.
I think that's when they start kind of... I love the way they shot it because I thought the way it was going to go was it was going to start out as Wade Wilson's life in the typical movie fashion.
Sure.
You kind of get his backstory, and then it goes into he has cancer, and then he becomes Deadpool, and all this other stuff happens.
Well, even with a Deadpool movie, you can't go with typical movie.
You can't.
You know.
But that's what I was expecting, and I didn't get it, and I'm super happy I didn't get it.
Yeah, super pleased.
The fact you start out mid-movie, and then you kind of get the flashbacks of what kind of happened.
Origin. The origin is told in a flashback.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole movie's told in flashbacks until the third act.
Yeah, that's pretty much where it like finally catches up with itself.
Mm-hmm.
And his fiance in it, like they're the perfect couple.
Yeah.
And the fact they tried to outdo each other on who had a shittier life.
They try to out crazy one another. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, and we kind of got over it, but where you first see Wade Wilson with the pizza delivery guy, which you find out is directly out of one of the comics.
Yeah, it's so much of this was taken directly from issues of Deadpool.
I mean, it's probably arguably the closest to comic movie we've gotten.
Mm-hmm. Very accurate, very, dedicated to the source material, which is refreshing.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it's not... Because one thing I was worried about was, you got Deadpool, who is, 20 shades of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy to see that his life prior to being Deadpool, he wasn't necessarily crazy, but he's still kind of out there.
Yeah, not totally altogether. I mean, he was a special forces military, so he's seen some shit. He's not going to be all there anyway.
Yeah, and because like I said, I didn't know about who Deadpool was prior to being Deadpool.
Right.
So, I don't think it would have worked as well if it was just some average dude, who was just kind of funny. Yeah. And then you made him, like, super crazy.
No, he was already a little bit crazy to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just turned him insane and breaking fourth walls left and right. And,
and throughout the whole movie, and they started off with the teenage girl that he stopped the stalker of, I'm not a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely doesn't want to be a superhero.
No, he doesn't want to be thought of as a superhero, even though Colossus continually tries to get him to join the X-Men.
Man, he is all about that.
Yeah, Colossus wants him for sexual attraction, possibly.
Maybe. Let's give him that
giant
pipe.
That giant steel rod. My God.
But yeah, that just the way they incorporate everything was amazing. Like,
yeah,
the fact that whenever him and his fiance first start talking, and you find out essentially she's a hooker, and he's like, "Well, how much will $278 get me and a gift card to Yogurtland?"
Yogurtland gift card, or what was it, like a customer card or something like that?
Yeah, something off the wall.
She just put a gift card in your mouth.
T.J. Miller.
That's so great. T.J. Miller is awesome in this movie.
God, he was so good.
Love that guy.
Like, from talking about him earlier, he was really horrible in Transformers, by the way. I was never happy, or more happy to see someone die in a movie than T.J. Miller in Transformers. But he was so fantastic in this movie. He played the part perfectly.
Mm-hmm. As Weasel.
Weasel, yeah.
Weasel, the owner of the Hell House, or the pub.
Yeah.
It's
their hangout joint.
Yeah.
What was it?
Where
It was
all
like
the freelance assassins.
Yeah, the home of wayward girls.
Yes, home for wayward girls, which is actually a bar and pub, or is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a pub and grill.
That just a bunch of people hang out with and make bets on who's going to die each day.
Hence Deadpool.
Because that's normal, I guess, in mercenary land.
Well, again, amongst mercenaries, I guess.
It's fantastic.
You got to keep it interesting.
And then we get into the 10-minute scene of just sex.
Yeah, sex for 10 minutes throughout the year.
For each holiday.
For each holiday.
A different one.
Yes.
And I love the fact that, because as we're watching, I was sitting there thinking, we've seen a lot in trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as I seen one of the trailer parts pop up, like, where he proposes, I'm like, well, I've seen this several times, but it's still so good. Like, there's no complaining watching it multiple times.
No, I can't wait to watch this again and again and again.
Oh, my God. I can't wait for that.
Not with my kids, of course, but...
Yeah, by the way,
definitely
don't bring your kids.
No, leave the kiddies at home. I don't understand why people feel they need to take their children to see this. Yes, it is a Marvel movie. It is an R-rated Marvel movie. This movie is for us, not your kids.
Like, I'm slightly amazed by people who bring their children not knowing what it is, because they have marketed some Deadpool to kids stuff in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon and stuff like that, which it's still an R-rated movie. You still probably question what's going on.
Do your research.
But what amazes me more is when I find parents who know what it is, and after seeing it still are asking, what is the issue that people are having?
Yeah, what's so wrong with it? Well, how about the gratuitous sex scene at the beginning of the film?
Yes.
Blood, gore, people getting arms cut off, heads blown up.
Swords in and out every piece of the body you can think of.
Yeah, in and out of orifices. He gets shot directly in the asshole.
Yeah, he does.
Which is a great scene.
Oh my
but not
God.
something you want your kids to watch.
And I'm all for parenting on your own, but under like 12, 13, when you're like bringing an 8-year-old per se, it's a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, there's a lot out there in TV and a lot in games, but at the same time, it's not what was in this movie.
This movie is for fans of Deadpool who read it, since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, it's for us. It's not for your kids. Yes, it is a Marvel movie. But you notice there are no Deadpool action figures at Walmart. That's because it's an R-rated movie.
There should be Deadpool action figures at Walmart.
There should, but there won't be because it's an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
Walmart's got a thing about that.
Fucking commies.
Assholes.
But anyways,
That's what
away
they are.
from lecturing you.
Goddamn commies.
Goddamn. But I love how they went through like how he figured out his suit. How it was all white and he got shot and it was a bunch of red and the black lady. He's just like, oh yeah, lemon and vinegar for blood.
Yes. Or just wear red.
Or just wear
You dumbass.
Oh my god, she was fantastic. She wasn't in much in the movie. She was fucking phenomenal.
Blind Owl. Love that character.
And just
His
like
roommate is a blind black lady who craves cocaine.
who craves cocaine. How much better does it get? And just all the fight scenes were really well done.
Yeah.
Like the whole bridge sequence where he's flipping around and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was just done so well.
It's one of the best action scenes I've seen in a movie.
Yeah, and he's counting the bullets.
Yeah, counting
and
down the
showing
bullets.
the number on the bottom of the bullets.
That's brilliant.
And he gets mad and like fires 3 into someone who's already dead.
Bad Deadpool.
Oh my god! It's just
And then shoots a guy in the head. Good Deadpool.
good Deadpool. Bad Deadpool.
Such a great scene.
Oh my god! And then the shoot 3 guys in a row. Oh, everything just and the breaking the fourth wall like was done so well.
Because you expect it. It's
Yeah.
Deadpool. You're going to want to see that. And it's done so well.
Mm-hmm. And
You
other
don't-
characters are questioning like, who are you talking to?
Yeah. And they don't do it where to like you're expecting it. It's not like they were obligated to do it.
Yeah.
They did it in just the best ways,
Yeah.
very, kind of subtle in parts and
Just not so subtle. in
not so
others.
subtle in others, but done very well.
Oh my god!
Exquisite movie.
And back into Colossus in it. Like he's just the heart of gold, doesn't want to fight, but man made of metal. Like
Yeah, man made of metal. He's beating the hell out of what's her name? Crap. Anyway, the
angry Rosie O'Donnell.
angry Rosie O'Donnell.
Was it Angel or
Angel.
Angel,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh my god, their fight scene was amazing.
Yeah, this is such a great fight. You got these two super-powered human creature mutants beating the shit out of one another. Her boob pops out, and
Don't get to see it.
you don't get to see it because Colossus
it.
has manners and wherewithal to put his hand up in front of her boob.
Damn it.
Yeah, well,
No, I don't care.
he's
I
got
wanna see
manners. He's got manners.
He doesn't
can't
know
help
we're
it.
there.
He's skin of steel, heart of gold.
Deadpool knows we're there. He doesn't. Could have let me see. Whatever. It's not like we didn't see enough in the stripper
Yeah,
scene.
true. Or the 10-minute fuck scene.
Yeah, well, you only seen
Enough.
a little bit. Yeah. Old Ryan Reynolds gets it at one point in time for National Strong Women's Day.
National Strong Women's Day.
Not celebrating that in my house if that's what happens.
Nope.
Not trying.
No,
Ryan Reynolds didn't want to celebrate it after first started.
No. We will not recognize
explain
that
to
holiday.
your children. What doesn't you want, Mom?
Yes. Show sodomy.
Oh my God. I love the fact of, like, her character, the fiance, is so close to how he is.
Yeah.
Like,
they're crazy matches, like he says in the movie.
Yes. The fact where, like, he goes to propose, and she goes to ask for anal. And she's like, Jinx? Because that's something you'd see him saying, like. But the fact that he was going a serious route, granted, he pulled a ring pop from ungodly places. We can only
ring
assume.
Pop. To propose with a ring pop.
Oh my God.
Beautiful Deadpool fashion.
I expected that ring pop to come back up later for her to have like just the plastic piece with no candy on it.
That would have been good. They need to get us on stuff like that, man. We got ideas.
Right?
Big ideas.
We can help that movie.
That have nailed it, man.
Nailed it.
Oh, but all the different references in the movie. Pretty sure that was a SHIELD helicarrier.
Yeah.
That the bad guy's base was on. One of the ones that got downed.
Which, of course, they can't say it because Fox, Marvel.
Fox, yeah.
But who's to say they can't just put in there?
Yeah.
Because you can, if it was argued, they could say, well, it's just, it's one of the landing ships.
Sure. It's just a plain old battleship that happens to look just like a goddamn helicarrier.
Yep. That's randomly in some junkyard.
Yeah, just sitting there.
Just hanging out.
How in the hell did they just get it in a junkyard?
I know, like, was there someone like, oh, these are scrap, we need to tow these out.
Carry them.
Bring a couple of tow trucks. Oh my God, and I love the superhero pose. She's going to land a superhero pose.
You're going to get a superhero landing.
It's very impractical. It's bad on the knees.
Bad for the knees.
God, this movie.
I want to watch it again.
I know. I sat there trying to think. Like, there were so many things that were happening. I was like, I need to remember to talk about this. And there was just so much happening that I didn't retain most of it.
Yeah, there's just so much. We're just going to have to watch it again.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we're going to do. And revise.
You know what we need to do is we need to, when it comes out on Blu-ray, we need to do a episode that is strictly commentary.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
What we'll have to do is we'll put a day to the side, or what we'll do is, like, watch it leading into the show so we can sit down and take notes.
Right.
So we have less of reactions of what's going on, and we can actually talk about it in depth.
Yes, that's a great idea.
But
I like
here
that.
We can talk about our initial thoughts, which is just, God. Everything. And then the end scene. First of all, the ending where it's like the drawing of him. Like dancing around.
The animated outro credits.
And jerking off the unicorn.
Which ejaculates a rainbow.
The horn.
And farts money.
I didn't know unicorns did that.
Apparently they do. Deadpool said they do. So
I mean,
I trust him more than anybody.
Yeah, he's...
He speaks the truth.
He does speak the truth.
Deadpool for president.
So the brutal scenes I want to go back on. Him getting tortured. Holy shit.
Pretty rough.
They fucked him up.
Well, that's why he's insane.
And I just love the fact that he's like, hey, torturing 24/7. There's a problem with that. There's no going further.
Yeah.
And Ajax is, okay.
All right.
We'll find something. And here's the suffocation chamber.
Yeah, we happen to have something that keeps you from breathing.
Oh my God, how horrible would that be? Where it gives you just enough air.
So that you don't die.
So that you don't pass out or die.
But it puts your body in a constant state of duress.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? Like being buried.
That'd kill me. Like, and I get that was a real, I don't know how he initially got his powers, or I initially became a mutant, because I know he's considered a mutant, which was another thing I've always, wondered. because some mutants are born that way. Some mutants, like Wolverine, were created.
Well, they all have some innate mutant gene that just has to be awakened. That was the whole idea with the torture chamber and everything.
Well, yeah, I get that, because they put the serum in him, and then... Now, were they saying, like, you already have the gene in you, or are they like, we're putting this in you, and it's going to awaken as a mutant gene?
They mutate your genes.
Okay, so they create mutated genes.
They create you.
And then distress them to bring out your...
Well, and not only that, but if you have a gene that can be mutated, you will be.
Okay.
If you don't, they throw you away.
Okay, you die.
Yeah, you die.
Okay.
They put you in the suffocation chamber and turn it up to frappe. and you're done for.
Oh my god, and then when his skin started changing.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy.
Brilliant effects. The CG in it was really good.
Oh, yeah. The dude who voiced Cyclops was talking about how hard of a time he had making the noise for him throwing up. Because, the director had to stop him because he was going to pass out.
Oh, God.
Because he straight up, he was making himself throw up, essentially. Because he's like, well... If you just pretend to make the noises, people are going to know you're just making the noises. He's like, for me to truly make it right, I have to, trick my body into thinking it's throwing up.
Oh, the man committed. I'll say that.
Yeah, he is.
But, yeah, everything about the movie was wonderful.
Did we talk about the X-Mansion? I don't think we did.
The X-Mansion's in there.
I was very surprised. I knew we were going to see Cyclops and... Emo teenager, whatever her name is, which is 6 words.
Emo bomb.
Emo bomb. Oh my god, that'd been an amazing name for her.
Emo bomb.
But I didn't think we're actually going to go to the X-Mansion. We even see the X-Jet.
The Blackbird.
Yeah.
We see the Blackbird, which is just, a Blackbird jet. It's nothing.
Nothing special.
Nothing special, but
we
get to see it.
And then the fact that Deadpool comments on, hey, if you're asking why we only see 2 X-Men, it's because we don't have the budget for another one.
It's because we couldn't afford it.
They were in a mansion. That's a school, essentially. In any movie you see, always someone in a room. Always several people walking around. And in this one, it was like, everybody went on vacation except for
Colossus and
Emo Girl.
And Emo Bomb.
Emo Bomb. They're the ones who hung back to clean up. Which would normally... I don't know if I'd had a complaint about that, but the fact that, Deadpool references it, I'm just like, all right, sold.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
Done.
As if I didn't love this movie enough.
Yeah. Just him commenting on that. And, oh my god, all the jabs at Hugh Jackman. God.
All the jabs at Wolverine franchise, period.
Yes, the little action figure.
Yeah,
the X-Men Origins
Deadpool. Ugh, that fucking train wreck.
Did they make a legit action figure of him? That's horrible.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I wish I had one, just for the hell of it.
It was so bad.
Which is odd that I don't, because I usually buy shit like that just for the hell of it.
It's just so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad.
What were they thinking with that Deadpool?
I don't know.
Prior to him getting the sewn mouth and the blade hands.
It made no sense.
Ryan Reynolds was a good Deadpool, obviously.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we created a mutant. We've sewn his mouth shut. I'm sorry, isn't that Deadpool? Yeah, it's Deadpool. A merc with a mouth.
And we attach lawnmower blades to his arms.
And in the new movie, he even tells him, don't sew his mouth shut. You wouldn't like it.
No, you wouldn't like that.
Oh, my God. And then the Green Lantern references. The little card in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the whole, don't make my suit green or animated. I still say in his apartment later on when you see the targets, I think that's a Green Lantern reference, just because the targets were green.
You think so? Yeah.
Well, yeah, normally the targets are just black.
Yeah.
And those targets were green and shot the shit out of.
Yeah, on the The shooting targets.
Yeah.
Looked like the silhouette of the dude.
Yeah, it was all
had
just
the
it was green
green.
dudes. I'm going with that's a Green Lantern reference.
We'll go with that.
I'm okay with it.
You heard it here, folks.
It is official.
Danny got the Green Lantern reference.
Yes. He's green.
You know, man, I hate to do it, but I think we need to bag this one.
Yeah, it's a little shorter one, but you know, why not? We didn't read any. I mean, we read some Deadpool comics. They're all kind of one shots. They're all good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like usually when you watch a movie, it's so hard to retain everything the first time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll definitely have to go back and do a commentary.
Yes.
On it.
Yes, we will, and actually talk about comic.
Yeah. Which I don't know what we're gonna talk about in the next episode.
Hey, we've got Master Race coming up soon.
We do have Master
Another
Race.
issue of Master Race is coming up.
That's the 24th. Now, are we wanting to wait till we have 2 issues at a time to do?
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you know what? Let's do Archie.
Let's do Archie.
Let's do Archie Afterlife.
Word.
Because we talked about doing that.
Book 1, Archie Afterlife.
That'll be a really good one to do next.
All right.
Well, all right, guys. We're like he said, we're gonna have a shorter show this episode. Follow us on Twitter at 2 Dads in a Comic. That's the number 2 Dads in a Comic, and also on SoundCloud at 2 Dads in a Comic. And as always, thank you, and we will see you next episode.
Yeah, guys. Have a good one. Thanks a lot.